like this deck a lot. Very fast, very powerful. Yeah, it was an awesome league for sure. The match 3 against Yawgmoth was kind of tough, but I like the blue cauldron style strategy. The games against Yawg are always so interesting too, because like your own cauldrons like can be so awkward against them. Not sure if I definitely like that build more than like the patchwork builds though. Yeah. Maybe time for some Emrakuls and sideboards. I don't think we really need them so bad in this deck. Oh, let me get the deck for Mana Traders. I thought I did earlier, but looks like it didn't go through. Still very much liking the Black Splash. I'm thinking when the new set comes out, I'm wanting to cut the Ornithopters for the new Thraben Inspector. I think that I'll likely be just playing the Memnites as the only like 0 mana artifacts in the deck. Like Ornithopter is just like the fact that it doesn't have any power and toughness is can be really, really tough. Obviously, you have some good nut draws with it, but you still have those draws with the Memnites. How's Warden? I mean, Warden's been awesome. I would like basically never consider cutting Warden. It's also awesome in the Pioneer build, but it is just incredible card in this deck. Every part of it's so good. We actually got like we played against the Scales opponent in the challenge. We were up a game, and they went turn 1 Needle Warden. I had 2 Wardens in my hand, and like that Needle on Warden very much won them the game. Zach, thank you for 5 months. Welcome back. Thank you. Be prepared against Mill first game. I mean, I'm not worried about Mill with this deck. I think that they're just going to die, and also we have a bunch of 5-drops for their Tashas. I'm also really liking the Stain the Mine. Stain the Mine, I think, is super nice. That the card's just like very castable on turn 2 against Titan and Living End. Kind of loosely considering bringing them in against Yawgmoth and naming Yawgmoth too. Timeless, I don't know. It's just not that interesting. It's like Timeless is like the thing about all the cards coming to Timeless are, they're cards we've already played with, like Show and Tell, Crashing Footfalls, Kuldotha Rebirth. They're not like new cards to evaluate, and I already evaluated all the new cards, so we'll play some Timeless with the stuff. I feel like doing like a full set review for it's not very needed. What is the spins? Rift Bolts. I'm gonna play this so that we don't get got by the Rolling Vortex. Spins another one. Skewers me down to 12. So basically at 9. I think what I'll try to do is go Warden and try to scry into a Gleeful Demolition. So attack them for 1. Yeah. Not a Gleeful Demolition. Down to 9. You only have 3 cards in their hand. Lava Spikes me down to 6. Oh, come on, dude. That took way too long. That took way too long. That's so funny. I'm just gonna run it back. It's fine. You gotta, take your time, burn players. It's okay. Yeah, I just cut the Forge Tenders to the side. Just cut them. This happens like pretty frequently too, that like I'll be at like 9, my burn opponent will have 4 cards in their hand, they'll take like a minute to think about their turn, and like over the course of that minute I'm like, okay, Well, I at least get one more turn. I at least get one more turn, and then I don't get one more turn. But maybe that's actually a tell that the burn players do have lethal. It's a tell that they have lethal because they're taking like a full minute to think. Otherwise, they don't take any time to think at all. The new Voya and Elves. You'll have to watch my YouTube. I guess I really like it. I think it's great. I'm very excited about it. Probably one of the things I'm most excited to play. So you don't even have to watch the video at all. So we get to double activate the Warden next turn and attack, which is nice. So spins a Rift Bolt, but I can get this up to 3/4. Probably going to keep the blood token over the Ornithopter. No, let's keep the Ornithopter. I was trying to like cook up a Warden of the Inner Sky Scales deck for a little bit. There's like a lot of overlapping synergy with like artifacts and Warden of the Inner Sky and Scales, but probably not something you really want to do. We had Clear Spirit in like our very like first drafts of the deck like a year ago. It's okay. I think Bowmasters is better than Clarion Spirit, but if you wanted to stay with just Boros, you could. Okay, the Searing Blaze and Epicure. I'm at 11. They're at 14. So I could basically trade 1 damage for 1 scry here. Seems correct, because I could just, being able to dig for Bushwhacker can present lethal next turn, otherwise it's a 3-turn clock. Also, Vigilance of the Warden lets me block a Goblin Guide, which is relevant too. Was it a good Sentinel Aspirant? There are a few different Sentinel Aspirant decks we played. We played Heliod, we played some Humans variants. Dude, despite scrying so many times, we just drawing a lot of lands. I'm going to get in with everything, though, except the Ornithopter, I guess. This will stop my opponent from being able to tap these Sungbait Canyons twice if they don't have a Helix or a Path to Exile or something like that. Secretly amazing Heliod Scales hybrid deck out there? Probably not, but I like the dreaming. They do have a Helix. I am gonna not bother putting Jegantha in my hand here. Just gonna skip it. Played a white black deck with those two: Sentinel Inspector, Ranger Captain Solitude, felt strong. Yeah, I had like a draft. I got really stuck on it when I was like looking at the. We were talking about the card earlier. The white black make 2 spirit tokens. I'm like, this card probably just isn't good enough because they enter-tapped, but could be good. Okay, we're not dead this time. Game 3. Jegantha in. I just said I'm just not going to bother putting Jegantha to my hand. Just not going to be relevant this game. Can turn 1 Knight-Errant if we draw another Ornithopter or Memnite. I'm going to keep. Puts a mulligan to 6. I might even just get a tap land turn. If I don't, I might just get a tap land and then turn 2. So I don't have to fetch shock. Also don't think my opponent's cast... Oh, wow, we drew it. So I guess we're hoping to find a Bushwhacker. You get to do this in Modern a lot more than in Pioneer since you have the full 8. Although this is, the problem with cutting Ornithopter. Less draws like this. If we are, I think 2/2 is probably going to be a good place to be. Okay, let's take Bushwhacker Knight-Errant. It's not a turn 2 kill, is it? Kind of close. Searing Blazes, the Memnite. Yeah, imagine Pyroclasm. That would be a stream ender for sure. We're at 11. Don't think there's any combination of cards that kill me right now. But yeah, Blasphemous Act would be good. So we could play around... I'll play around Triple Lightning Bolt. By not shocking and playing this Kuldotha Rebirth for 60 extra damage. Anger wouldn't even be that good. I still just have 2 4/4s. They go down to 2. They would like still just be dead. If you get Blasphemous Act, I'll get this sub. Wow. Safe bet. With it, and it was very unfun to play against too. I think on the draw we can keep. We just have so many cards that improve this hand. Any viable mono red prowess or second color just better to use? Yeah, there's like almost no doubt, no like upside to not splashing a color. Island Go. Do hate drawing a land here. I'll lead on the Warden. Do you play Dark Souls in the stream anymore? I'm thinking about doing it tomorrow, actually. But I do mean to take that down. Yeah, but tomorrow there's Magic Online maintenance, so the current plan is to try to prep a Timeless deck and then maybe just hang out and try to Dark Souls no-hit some. Just do some practice. Maybe get back into it one day. The last time we did some practice, it went pretty well. Like, I think we got 2 Ornstein and Smo no hit or 1 hit, and then we got them on like try number 3. Second Merfolk opponent today. Yeah, I'm not sure what the cute character name is. I feel like they have the Trickster here because they had the pause and the upkeep. That's okay though. Just go to the fetch before they could Tidebinder me. Dingo, 39 months. Thank you. Welcome back. I haven't tried Liza P. I heard it's good though. Could do that tomorrow maybe. I want to no-hit this stupid game and be free. They mentioned Fugitive Codebreaker. Which one is Fugitive Codebreaker? What's the text on it? Too many spy names. So do they have subtlety? Kind of feel like that's what this pause means. 2-1 prowess haste. Yeah, I at one point kind of had it in my maybe talk about pile and ended up feeling like the card was just not really close to being playable. Or like, so it is close. It is close. It's close, but just outside of where you would really need it to be to play it. I guess I mean, playing 2 Bushwhackers next turn seems kind of nice. I think this game maybe go a little bit longer, and I think I'll play this so I can scry with my Warden without having to tap my Knight. So tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's bottom that, I think. Getting this up to 3/3 would also be a big deal. It's like I just can't imagine playing at the time of making this comment Fugitive Codebreaker over Channeler, Soulscar Mage, Swift Spear, or Questing Druid. And you know, like one thing, like when you disguise it face down 2/2, it's just like so slow, so slow. Yeah, it could be good in Pioneer. It's like, what are you doing with that trickster there? Okay, so we're probably doing, you know, setup turn this turn, Bushwhacker next turn. Although, let's see what we draw. Does that change much? Be kind of surprised if it did. I think so. I should probably cast this Warden like this. Or the Loxodon, not the Warden though. Let's actually just put away the turn now. Probably should have done this first. Bad sequencing. I was thinking I would be able to scry with the Warden. I could have done that. Maybe it was better to like scry with the Warden and have one less counter here, spend one more mana, and then this has flying next turn. But I'll leave the extra blockers back. Thopter seemed like a better target than Memnite for casting the Loxodon. Well, I was thinking I wanted to jump block the Sylvoon with the Thopter this turn and just like get rid of the 0 power creature. Dead to Tidebinder. No Tidebinder, so we jump here. They have 3 blockers. Like here, they're very alive. So I think we trade. Fuck. I guess no real reason to not double block. But it's still been a trade. Big pawns. I don't think we're too likely to win this game anyways. If we just try to draw the second Bushwhacker, third Bushwhacker. Could have played this game a lot better. Opponent keeping me on the edge here, just ready to draw my card and get close to conceding. Yeah, I think this lets us play on here. Probably won't have time to do that. Maybe double Bushwhackers to play? Yeah, maybe. It's just definitely tough. I'm going to kind of play around with my opponent just not having another Lord. And maybe Warden gets to play like the role of Batterskull, like, you know, eating something on defense, getting it on offense. Wow, send with the whole team. So, can we ever play around another Lord? We go block like this, jump here, block here, and then if they vial in a Lord, they'll have 3 blockers. This dies, go to 1. I guess I'm dead. If they have another Lord, if they block like this. Block like this, maybe? So if they don't have a Lord, it's really nice to just lose both of these. But also, like, why would they not fire up the Mutavaults? Why would they not fire up the Mutavaults? How did they make this attack so fast? Block looks okay. Block like this. If they have another Lord, these still trade. But if they don't have another Lord, then sorry. Block like this. No. Okay. Final answer. So they did have one. Oh, okay. Well, I was dead. I was just dead to this. I guess they must have drawn it off the Sylvoon. And I am still very dead to it next turn. Vigilance Sylvoon. Okay. Yeah, board didn't chain the rocks last time. I'm just gonna run it back. Don't think I should have done that. Space and modern for a ramp spell like Mox Diamond, but letting it only exile a basic land and tap for any color. Is that too busted modern legacy? I don't know. I mean, just let the Boreal Grazer be Mox Diamond, I think. And like I think it seems pretty fine. Doesn't seem like your custom card would be too scary, but I think just having like these turn one, you know, Moxes that tap for mana on turn one seems to be kind of outside of what Wizards wants Modern to be. I feel like things have been better in general since Simian Spirit Guide left, since Mox Opal left. Don't even want to smash for Vial. No, this ain't that kind of deck. Mostly want Wear Tear for Urza Saga decks. No lander, no lander. WotC also didn't want free spells for a time, but everything's changed since Modern Horizons attacked. Used to be no free spells at all. Not anymore. Draw a Convoke card, that'd be nice. Also Gleeful Demolition the Vial. Never mind. Hope for no subtlety. Is it mold of 5? Oh, kind of a brick. Still can't complain too much. Tight Shaper my white source. Well, oh my god, you're right. I did draw the Bushwhacker. You got that part right. You forgot to also predict draw a land. I feel like I can keep this. I can cast Epicure, blood token away the second Warden, and I could also like level this up to flying pretty easy. Like obviously I'd probably rather have a land here, but getting Warden, flying, and vigilance next turn seems good enough to me. Oh, interesting. So now I am regretting keeping that on top. Maybe I should have just cast the Bushwhacker now that I kind of know they're gonna dockhand me. Although maybe if they have a Sylvoon, they'll cast Sylvoon. Genuine question: is Soul Ring too busted in Modern? I haven't been around it forever, but 2 colorless mana seems restrictive. Or effect decks 2 dog. Then this has got to be bait. Most obvious bait I've ever seen on this channel. I remember one time my friend Jalen, who made the jingle for that you're here just now, the starting music for the stream. He like very casually plays Magic, very kitchen table. And one day he came over, he's like, I want to play against your most powerful deck. And I was like, my most powerful deck at the time was Legacy Miracles. And I was like, no, you do not want to play against my most powerful deck. And he's like, I do. And we play, and he went turn 1, Temple Garden. Oh, right, this is not like to put it like clues. Went Temple Garden, Soul Ring. And then just started casting angels. Just started going like turn 1 Soul Ring into turn 2 Angel to turn 3 Angel, and then I just kept terminusing him over and over and over again. And He had 4 Soul Rings. His deck was just 4 Soul Rings, Archangel Thune, Restoration Angel, just all the angels ever. And years later, I told him that they banned Sensei's Divining Top at Legacy. And he also called the deck the Spinning Tops of Doom deck. I told him that they banned it, and he's like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Plus Jade Avenger. Turn 1 Soul Ring or get turn 1 scammed? I'd rather be on the Soul Ring deck, probably. So we could have turn 1... Oh, sorry. If we turn 1, we can't turn 2 this if we draw a Thraben Inspector. I was thinking this Plague Ornithopter was better for Inspector, but it was not actually. Mana Crypt is better than Soul Ring. It's different from than Soul Ring. I guess they're probably burn and we don't get around Rolling Vortex. I don't know, I think it's... In Modern, Mana Crypt would be better, probably, yeah. In Limited, Soul Ring is a lot better, usually. Like, I played a lot of Masters formats with Mana Crypt being a mythic you could pull, and people died of their Mana Crypt so much. Would burn a Bolt Epicure? I guess not super likely, but sometimes Mountain Lightning Bolt, you know, can only be so many decks. Yeah, Mana Crypt would be better in Modern. You just have like turn 1 Karn, the Great Creator, off your double Mana Crypt, turn 1 Blood Moon, turn 1 Fable, the Mirror Breaker. This is a surprising attack, I think. Discards Loam. Exiles Commune with the Gods. Oh, and then gets Unholy Heat. Nice. Very nice. I sure have cast the Suspend Soul Ring, and I don't think I've ever cast the Suspend Soul Ring and not regretted including that card in the deck. I already have 2 Bushwhackers. I guess I'll take Memnite Epicure. I think I'm blocking here too. Inti is their engine card, and I'm also just, making goblins until I draw my second land, and I'll cast, or I guess I'll still be making goblins then too. Dude, they discard Bomat Courier? Interesting. They definitely have Saga in their deck. I've played Bomat a few times and as a Saga target, and just wish it was a little bit better than it is. They cast Loam. Hard to really ever complain when an opponent does that against our deck. Keep the Gleeful Demolition. Maybe I can kill a Shadow Spear. Don't need the second land, of course. Yeah, maybe they'll Seismic Assault next turn, because they did miss their land jump, right? Great news for us that they didn't kill the Thraben Inspector first, also. I think a Pioneer player probably would have known too. Okay, Dead Loxodon. I feel like we've been bottoming a lot of lands here. Probably should have fetched before they surveilled. Doesn't matter though, they are dead. DED. I already knew I had the Bushwhacker in hand. Okay, let's run it back. I was having a convo with a friend the other day. Would you agree or disagree Fable of the Mirror Breaker is a top 5 card ever printed? Would you agree or disagree Fable of the Mirror Breaker is a top 5? A red card ever printed. Dude, I just read card. I was like, what the hell? Top 5 red cards ever. Interesting question. Lightning Bolt, Blood Moon, Faithless Looting, Rite of Flames, the Spirit Guide, Sneak Attack, Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Ragavan? I mean, maybe Fury's better. Fury got banned. I don't know. Best is very tough. I don't know. I would abstain. Underworld Breach, yeah. Yeah, Ragavan's probably not not number 1. I agree. Best in what context? Well, I think usually when context like this isn't given, it's kind of up to you to decide, you know, what best means in this context. Yeah, looting is up there for sure. Looting is one of the best red cards ever printed. Fable's the best because everyone thought it was unplayable at release, and so it became one of the most dominant cards of all time. Yeah, Fable does have good story written for sure. Yeah, Deer Sea would be up there, I think. Well, you know, not sure how high up there, but Breach is probably number 1. It's an interesting conversation. I think I probably wouldn't put Fable in the top 5. It might be top 5 modern legal red cards. It might not, or like looting. Like I don't know if you count you probably count the ones on the ban list. Yeah, then also like you probably need to talk about monorad, not multicolored cards. Always gets a little weird. I'd say Fable's in the conversation though, and you also like when you're talking about best too. Like you also have to think about like Fable's impact in standard and impact, like banned and standard, impact in Pioneer is also super duper high. You know, like those formats do matter too. Opponent's gonna learn their lesson. Yeah, there's a Blazing Shoal. That card, you know, that card's kind of crazy. Yeah, but if you're talking like cards that were ever legal, talking mono red cards ever legal in modern, looting is probably the best. Looting is probably the best one. Yeah, I remember arguing with you about that Toborg for a long time, like 3 days in a row. Yes, yeah, probably Spirit Guide number 2. And then probably Fury over Shoal. Is looting really better than Shoal and Twin? Yeah, definitely better than Twin, and I think better than Shoal, but I'm like a little out of my element when I say that because I didn't really play when Shoal was a thing. Seething Song erasure. Looting's better than Seething Song too. Yeah, looting was like it was. Also, like if looting was unprinted right now, I think it would be the best card in the format. I don't know. I think when Beans was legal, I was like, maybe Beans would be the best, but. Bolton conversation for best red card of modern. Not really. I'm just gonna attack with everybody. Oh, Seismic Assault's the best one, actually. So they're gonna go to 1, and then I'm dead to Loam. I'm dead to... Okay. Still dead to Loam, I guess. Review video is up. It is up. It's in the pinned comment. Link to it in the pinned comment. Historically, I think you could say Bolt is the best, but not in the current context. I don't know. I feel like people just have like these very, very tinted rose-colored glasses when it comes to Bolt, or they just like have crazy nostalgia for it, but I don't know. It's just like a fine one-mana removal spell at this point. I mean, a little reductive maybe, but I don't think they were dead if they bobbled into land and then maybe found Bolt off the anti-trigger. Maybe they're still dead. Yeah, it's like yeah, Lightning Bolt isn't a banned card, and it's like and there's like 5 or 6 red cards banned. You know what I mean? Like even back in the day when Lightning Bolt was the most popular card, like, you know, we still had like looting Splinter. This whole combo being valid through MH3. Well, no, this combo is only valid because we're pre-MH3. Because we're MH3, we're bored enough to talk about this shit. Call that a good draw. Brainstorm MH3, please. You're out of your mind. You also, I don't. Okay, you're out of your mind. It shouldn't happen, but I've been playing Brainstorm and Timeless, and it isn't like just so dominant or anything, I guess. No, Sneak Attack was never legal in Modern. I mentioned it in this, like, talk about best cards ever, because, you know, Sneak Attack is probably a top 20 red card of all time. Oh, am I getting max punish for the breeding pool here if they're besaging me? Oh, fire, okay. Yeah, I think Sneak Attack would be very tame in Modern. I wouldn't expect it to be good. It's not good in Timeless either. Why do they fire like that? To stop me from convoking. Oh no, we can't Bowmaster into convoke. That's bad. Yeah, Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast. I don't know how much those cards deserve to be in the combo. A little bit, probably. Yeah, I was gonna block the agent if they attacked like that. How's the mono blue deck? We went 0-2 into 4-1. It's kind of medium, but very fun. One big problem was it seems like the Rakdos players are playing a lot more Shieldreds than I realized they were. Got schooled pretty hard. Don't think I'm ready for a Bushwhacker yet. I do love these games where you just like chain a bunch of Knight-Errants together and just put tons and tons of power to play every turn. They have another Violent Outburst, or a Violent Outburst. We're not dead on board, but we can't really beat any follow-up to this. The Mono Blue feel better than Old Patchwork is different. I think with the Mono Blue list, I really liked the Chalices in the main deck, and I didn't like the bridges as much as I expected to. Although bridges could be like very good in the side. You could play like Patchwork in the main instead too. Questing Beast? Oh, Aurora. Boring. Okay, let's try Stain the Mind on the play. Or maybe just do Stain the Mind over Bowmaster and do Chalice over Ornithopter. And the Chalice is just like they're kind of just they're Ornithopters that don't tap for Convoke, but you just still like smash them if you have the extra copies. Try this this plan. So you're really not high in Breakout, not even Prowess or Goblins. 100%, 1,000,000% not in Prowess. You will like. Oh, I guess I keep. That card is awful in Prowess. Your percentage to hit is. Did you? I mean, if you watch the video, like, if you watch the video, you maybe can see why I'm low on it. I'm also not that excited about it in Goblins. Like you have like 16 1 and 2 mana creatures. A lot of times it's just going to be you. You're going to be like hitting a 3 mana card that you put in your hand, which isn't very good. Yeah, very funny hand for sure. But just like the math does not work on this card. The math does not work. You just cannot have 24 hits for it in the deck. It doesn't make any sense. Breakout is 1 or 2 of Inzu. I would just rather play another 2-drop instead, almost always. This is the kind of card like Collected Company that people just really, really like, but they just aren't that good. Just like the chances are just too high of whiffing on it. And for the upside of just for 2 mana, you put a 2 mana creature in play. Does have haste. That's nice. Yeah, definitely playing with my opponent's emotions here. They conceded. Nice. Okay, on the draw, I'm a little dubious about these Stain the Minds. Maybe I'll do play 2 though. Oh no, too late. Breakout isn't aggro's combo. Yeah, if you like Breakout plus like Devoted Druid, like that doesn't sound awful, but it doesn't sound. I'm kind of scared of playing Devoted Druid still. Okay, kind of a scary mold of 5. Shouldn't this deck run Drannith Magistrate? Why is Drannith Magistrate better than Chalice? Like this one costs 0, and that one, and then you have synergies with multiple copies with 3 births, and that one costs 2 mana. I guess it doesn't die to this, but they're gonna have answers to it. What do you think about the Leyline Draco combo? Seems very tough for a lot of decks to beat. It seems kind of inconsistent. Yeah, I think that's about where I'm at with it too. I need an artifact. I have an artifact, but I'm not gonna blow it up here. Needs to just look into the Intiasmo website from Straith Cookbook. Ghost Try and Fable, IDK. I mean, I like Fable in the Intiasmo deck. It's been like that's been a pretty good card for me, I think. But I don't know, we've kind of also played those decks to death. How much life would a card need to gain to be modern playable if it only gained life? It was 1 CMC. 6. I mean, like one mana gain 6 is like a playable against burn. You know, you would put in your sideboard sometimes. Is that playable? Like, if you mean main deckable, probably like 12. Or I don't know, like maybe even 1 mana gain 10 is just good enough in Wandering decks. Better to Gleeful there in case they counter. Well, they could destroy it in response, but obviously they probably want to kill my Chalice if that's the case. But that's what I was thinking at least. I heard that some WotC employees tried to redesign Alpha such that all cards were on the power level with Ancestral. Healing Salve healed for 74 in that format. 74? wonder how they got to that number. I'd play 1 mana gain 74. I'd put that on a lot of decks. We also lost Jegantha because we boarded in Chalice. $74 life versus 3 cards. I mean, I would probably take 74 life, to be honest, in a lot of situations, maybe not every situation. Did you do draft for every card was designed by Robo Rosewater? No, I don't like to do drafts where you have to read every single card in the pack. Ooh, good block. Pretty toasted here. I think Rhino's coming off suspend. I think it's lunchtime, gamers. I think that it is lunchtime. If you haven't seen the MKM video, there's a link to it here in the pinned comments. I'll post it in chat too. You can take a look. Let's go over all the cards I think are interesting in the context of Modern in Murders at Karlov Manor. Got it down to like 46 minutes this time. Got like over 30 cards. I'll be live tomorrow, but there is Magic Online maintenance, so the